This is the Business of Leadership Series Minute with your host, the best-selling author of Don't Buy a Duck and founder of MarketingStrategyHero.com, Derek Champagne.
We've got John Collins. He's a dynamic executive with a background in business consulting and financial management with prominent wirehouse organizations such as Wells Fargo and Merrill Lynch. In addition to having established his own consumer brands and being among the top 1% of Amazon sellers, he's the founder and CEO of OmniX. John, thanks for being with us today.
I'm awesome to be here, or I'm glad to be here. Thank you so much, Derek.
So what have you done when you talk about vision? Yes, get out of the way, but any other advice? I'm asking you as someone who's recently pivoted, because I want to make sure I don't miss the mark on that. We have a clear vision, but how do we hold that and bring the team so that we can realize it?
Yeah, it's a great question. I think it's a timely question because it's something that we're in the middle of a bit of a pivot right now for us as well with OmniX.
Excellent.
And I think it's a great question because we're working on that right now as our leadership team. And I think it has to start with that leadership team and making sure the leadership team is obviously on the same page. But I look at it as, for me, I am still the one that's leading, setting that vision.
Right.
But I still want to make sure this isn't a democracy just because I said this is the way it's going. That's
Sure.
That's the reason why I want to have great people on my team, is that I want that feedback.
Right.
But in terms of how we then kind of put that out to the rest of the team, is, for instance, we have new people going, and we're putting a tremendous amount of effort into what we're calling our OmniX orientation. And part of that OmniX orientation is not only the new people, but also our current team. And that's one of the things we're going to do. We're going to have our current team start going through our new orientation as well, because part of our new orientation is talking about here's what the new vision is. And for us, we are having more of a narrowed focus. And so when you look at what was the need when we first started OmniX, it was truly around a full service because, particularly for, I'll call it the stalwarts of the brands that were really focused on brick and mortar, the need that they had around e-commerce was so broad. Where do we start?
Sure.
How is the logistics going to work? How are we going to be doing our romance content? How are we going to be, working with the listings and, all these separate things that are new elements to e-commerce that you don't necessarily have to think about in a brick and mortar space. So the need was more of a broader type of thing. Where we're having to shift to in terms of e-commerce is we realize what truly is now not in our wheelhouse. We need to stop doing those things, right? But that's also the market shifted too. When you look at e-commerce and particularly Amazon, that marketplace has also shifted. And so that's now a narrowed focus on what success really means on that Amazon platform. So with us shifting with that shift, we now need to shift in terms of what we're going to focus on with our clients. So we're doing right now with our executive team, but getting a lot of that vision set. What is our core purpose? What are our kind of what we call that, it's not just us, but what's our BHAG? What do things look like 5 years, and what are those things we have to do in year 1, year 3, year 5 to get there? Because a lot of those things are going to set the course going forward. And the rest of the team needs to know that.